Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul, and the top 10 things that highly advanced beings do that most humans don't. Number 8. They ask for permission for everything. Whether it's to eat the food they eat, whether it's picking a plant, whether it's taking something down in a certain environment, they ask permission. An example of this would be what we call the Baxter effect, to go more deeper into it besides the hypnotizing side, because I focused on that last time. But during this time, Professor Baxter had a plant and he was focusing on the emotions of the plant, getting a reaction out of it. One day, he went to his secretary's office to get a match, or better yet, a lighter. And what he noticed as he was watching the plant, it reacted highly to how a human acts in horror. To add on top of that, what he did was, when eating different foods, the plant was in more horror when seeing people crack certain things open or eat certain things, if not everything. So, when what he noticed was, when you were more willing to thank the food for the nourishment and allow it to be eaten, not only the food, but the plant would accept that death, allowing it to be one with the body. And what this explains about highly advanced beings is the oneness they carry with each other and growing who they truly are as a person, and loving themselves and being connected to the environment, knowing that their environment is vitally important to who they are. When we talk about movies like The Avatar, why they didn't want the rainforest harmed is because of how connected you are, that the rainforest is just as much you as you are the rainforest. You are as much the moon, the sun, the stars as you are the planet itself, because all of it is made of stardust. And you are a part of that and more. You are also energy and more, even so. Besides all that, that's all in the physical. You are a soul. This is something that highly advanced beings know deeply about themselves, that they are a soul and not what they see or what they believe. But when they're in the physical, it leads to number 9. They live life to the fullest. Now, for many of us, we say the words YOLO, meaning we only live once, but the truth is you only die once. Because you live on no matter what. And we'll get more into detail about that in another video. But what most people don't realize is we would rather drink, smoke, and take drugs to feel the void of how we feel about a certain situation, instead of taking the time to enjoy life and understand ourselves. When, in my experience, in my own journey of growing who I am, I literally, even right now, I go out into nature, or I meditate, whether it's out in nature or it's just out anywhere, and taking that time to myself to get to know myself was vitally important to my growth of who I am and loving my life personally. Taking that time to love your life and enjoy who you are as a person is vitally important, because it shows you see a deeper meaning in the purpose of the body you hold and the life you have. Number 10. Highly advanced beings aren't ashamed. What do I mean by that? A lot of us are ashamed because we wear these things and stuff like that. We wear certain clothes. But highly advanced beings are never ashamed. And in this day and age, we are ashamed to show someone with their breast out. Show a guy just wearing a shirt maybe in his underpants. We're more afraid of that, and we feel morally that it's unacceptable. But the truth is, it shows how ashamed we are of our own body, that we have to clothe it with something. In history, we had highly advanced beings who were on this planet. And they didn't wear much. The only thing they wore were things that were either to show their ranking or to protect them from the environment of where they lived. When we talk about Egypt, most of them only wore a cloth around their waist and maybe had like something like this, a relic of some sort around their neck. And for the highest up, they would wear a robe or their crown, as you would call, showing their ranking. We believe, in a sense, that we're too ashamed to show that about ourselves, and on top of that, too ashamed to even be ourselves. And highly advanced beings do not hide this because they know that to love the self is to allow yourself to love others around you, and to love others allows you to love yourself even more. And just growing who you truly are in the God, the Goddess, and Creator within. And just a little extra, a bonus. Highly advanced beings use observation. In today's day and age, as humans, we do not use observation to understand a situation. We use what we would call and consider right or wrong by the standards of what people have told us, and not by the standard of what we've observed to be so. For example, when you're looking more, of course, to see what works and what doesn't work instead of right or wrong, think of it like a door. If the door is broken, and the nail is loose, or the nail is broken, or the doorknob's broken, you don't think that, oh, the doorknob is wrong. It's wrong for what it's doing. It's wrong. It's never right. It's never right. That wouldn't make sense. The door's just simply broken. And by knowing it's simply broken, you know that it doesn't work. So how can we make it work for us? In order to make it work for us, we know what's so is that it's broken. So all we have to do is fix the nail that's out or loose, or the doorknob itself, in order to make it work again. The same thing happens in life if you are more willing to understand the things around you that you feel are harming you or the issues, and you're more observant of them instead of reacting to them. You will see a difference in your perception of the way that you see the world around you. And this is what highly advanced beings prove and show, and growing themselves further and further and beyond, and allowing even us to get to that point. It is not the fact that we can't get to that point. Remember that. There's no difference, because you have to understand, highly advanced beings do not compare, and us comparing to those who are highly advanced means nothing. You are still evolving, so allow yourself to keep evolving more and more into the God, the Goddess, and Creator within who you truly are. So then you too can say to everybody, have a great morning, a fantastic evening, and a great afternoon. Namaste.